Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Ask Amity Show. And today we want to talk about vaccines, COVID-19 vaccines. So, are you allowed to require your employees to be vaccinated? As a business owner, you may need to be flexible with the new changes that comes with COVID-19 pandemic. So now with the vaccine widely available throughout the United States, what should you expect? So yes, you can require your employees to be vaccinated with some exceptions. So for example, people can request exemptions from medical or religious reasons. Some states have proposed laws that restrict mandating the vaccines because of their emergency use status, but that may become less of an issue since Pfizer has applied for full approval and other vaccines will likely follow. So employers can offer incentives for employees to voluntarily confirm their vaccination status. Employees shouldn't pressure their employees to share this information, any medical information such as vaccination records. All of that is typically kept confidential. So companies are also required to provide a safe workplace based on the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, guidelines. This includes assessing the risk of exposure to COVID-19 and developing a plan to protect your employees. With COVID-19 vaccines, this could mean requiring the vaccine, providing personal protective gear, or setting capacity limits in the physical workplace. Employers should remember that guidance from public health authorities is likely to change as the COVID-19 pandemic evolves. Therefore, employers should continue to follow the most current information on maintaining workplace safety. So all of this, you need to bear in mind, really is dependent on your particular business and the particular physical space that your business occupies. So Jen's going to talk to us about what an employer may do under ADA.
Sure. So what may an employer do under the ADA if an employee refuses to permit the employer to take his temperature or refuses to answer questions about whether he or she has COVID or has symptoms associated with COVID, or whether or not he or she has been tested for COVID. So under the current circumstances, ADA does allow an employer to bar an employee from physical presence in the workplace if he or she refuses to have his temperature taken or refuses to answer questions that about whether he or she has COVID, has symptoms associated with COVID, or has been tested for COVID. So, generally speaking, if you have a problematic employee where, they're refusing to cooperate, and then you want to gain the cooperation of this employee, as an employer, you might want to wish to ask for the reason for why this employee is refusing. So maybe not jump to the certain conclusion of, barring that employee from entering the workplace, but actually getting, some response and some reasoning of why this employee is refusing to provide this information. And then the employer may be able to provide information or reassurance, that they're taking these steps to ensure the safety of everyone in the workplace, and that these steps are consistent with health screening recommendations from the CDC. And then, sometimes employees are just reluctant to provide certain medical information because they fear that the employer may, widely spread the information throughout the workplace. So just make sure that you reassure your employees that, hey, this is confidential information. We're requiring this information just to make sure everyone in the workplace is safe. So it's for everybody's safety. And so in order to, make sure that you communicate this throughout the workplace and so all the employees have the same information, we do encourage you to have an employee handbook and make sure that this handbook is updated to inform your employees of any and all changes, especially since COVID and, the certain situations with COVID is pretty fluid and certain changes will be continually updated. So, today that's what we'd like to talk to you about. And then hopefully if you, like our videos, please don't forget to subscribe to us. And then we'll see you next time. Feel free to give us a call or contact us if you have any questions concerning employment law issues, any issues with the COVID requirements and what you can and cannot do in the workplace, and we'd be happy to discuss. Thank you again.